Well, we're at the new shop and we do have a mural, which is freaking awesome. What's going on, guys? Ronnie here from Speed Lab, and you guys, as you guys can tell from the smile, we're already at the new shop, and I'm super excited because you know, we're not in a 1,500 square foot facility anymore. We are in a 5,000 square foot facility that we completely renovated. We got a dedicated engine room, we got a dedicated dyno area, we got 4 lifts, not 2, and we have all the room to work on cars. As you guys can see, we already have cars outside. They're all uncovered right now. That is my Evo 10, which is for sale. This is a Varun's 2G that we built. It's got a built motor, Haltech car. We're doing some fuel system upgrades on this. And then that's our customer Sam's Evo 10. That one's getting a built motor. It's got a Turbos RS turbocharger. This is going to be full Haltech car as well, full radiant fuel system. All the crap you guys see over there, well, half of it is still from our building, so we're still kind of moving in. And yeah, let's take a quick tour and see what's going on. We got a bunch of U-line stuff that keeps showing up every single day because I keep buying more stuff because I'm trying to keep the shop nice and organized, which right now it's not super organized, but we're trying to get there. We have this 25,000 CFM fan that we got. This is just for the sole purpose of putting it right over here, turning it on. It's not plugged in. Turning it on whenever we're running a car on the dyno and getting all the exhaust fumes out, so hopefully we don't get cancer. I mean, God knows how many chemicals we're exposed to, but you know, at least we're trying. This is the dyno area. This is going to be a dedicated dyno area, as you guys can see, meaning we don't have to take the wires off of the pods and off the actual dyno computer and, you know, put it back and put it back on, pull it back, put it back on. This is going to be dedicated. We got this fire truck. They call this the fire truck engravement. It's a piece of aluminum. I put it on there so the wastegate dump or any oil leaks and such, you know, don't get on the floor. As you guys can see, it did its job. I did have it a little bit forward, so we did get some wastegate gases there, but this epoxy is done very professionally, so it didn't eat through the epoxy. And there was a little bit of leaks or leak from somewhere. I'm pretty sure that was the catch can drain that was left open, because we did do a resealed oil pan. This was on our buddy Anthony's Evo 10. This car made 600 horsepower, 410 foot-pounds of torque on E71, and this was on an Art Ganari 62mm turbocharger. Stock short block, S2 cams, all the supporting mods. 600 horsepower, what else can you ask for? That's, you know, over 700 to the crank, because it's an all-wheel drive car, right? It's 25% or so. It's more than 700. Anyway, so when we did the dyno pulls, of course, you know, after we cleaned everything, all the construction dust decided to come down on us, which, you know, it's fine. It happens. Toolbox is moved over. We got this snap-on cart that we had at the old shop too, at the dyno area right now, but I think this is going to go in the engine room. It just makes more sense because we do have a freaking 140-inch toolbox over here, so we don't need to have a second one right there. We got Danny putting all the tools back. What's up, Danny?
How's it going, guys? Nice to meet you.
Say some things.
Well, new to Speed Lab, so you guys are going to see me on the videos.
Yes,
I'm working on the cars, wrenching around.
So Danny is super sharp. He's young, absorbs everything like a sponge. Actually, he just took apart Ron's motor pretty much, and pulled the head off and everything, which we'll talk about in a second. So he's definitely got a bright future ahead of him.
Oh, yeah.
So
well, I'm happy to be here. Have the best mentor behind me. Have the best person teaching me. So
stop.
gonna get the best work. Gonna get the best work.
Yeah, Danny's doing an awesome job. So
thank you.
as always, you know, whenever he's done, he's just putting the tools away so he can get, you know, he can move on to the next thing that he's doing. Ron's car over here is mentioned real quickly. Like I said, we do have 4 lifts, so we brought the bend packs from the other shop here, and we added 2 rotaries as well. Surprisingly, I like the rotaries better. I got these used, but I like them better than the bend packs. It's just it's like 5 inches too short when you're at like full height, so works perfect for Danny. For me, it's a little too short, but you know, we can make it work. We got Ron's Evo 9 here. So Ron Z, Hoonigan, you guys all know Ron. This was a 2.2 that we built, SPL spec pistons. It was still our Gen 2, so these were still the diamond pistons that we were using. So what happened is he dropped a plug at one point. So for what, either he got a bad batch of plugs, which happens a lot, you can get fake plugs, or it just detonated. And yes, you can detonate on E85. Anybody that says you can't, they're smoking something that is very good, I guess. So he did drop a plug, the actual porcelain, and when that happens, usually it'll pinch a ring or it'll take out an exhaust valve, and if you're really lucky, like Ron was, it'll just bounce up and down on the piston, hit the head a little bit, and just go out of the exhaust valve, which is exactly what happened there. When Ron called me and showed me what was happening, I told him to pull all the spark plugs out, even the ones that weren't damaged, and crank the engine over. If you're used to hearing a normal engine run, a 4-cylinder, when you crank it over, you're supposed to hear an even fire, like tut, 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 tut. If you hear something off, like tut, 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 that means one cylinder is down on compression, one or more cylinders. So we didn't hear that. So I told him to just put plugs in. He put plugs in. Everything was fine. He still went out, did rips with the car. He actually posted a video with the VIN, and he saw some flakes in the oil when he was doing an oil change. So I told him to do another one, and he did it. He's like, I still see it, it's not as much, but you know, I just want to get it checked over. So I'm like, you know what, just send the car over, let's check it out. This was when we were moved here, so the first day actually Ron dropped off his car. Well, ended up the bearings not being really damaged at all. The rod bearings looked amazing. I mean, this is rod side, so this is supposed to have the most wear, and the worst wear we have is just, you know, some embedment here, but you don't even see the babbitt. Same thing on the cap side. However, something did get in the mains, so something either broke loose or just got in the engine somehow, and number 4, I'm sorry, main number 3 has a pretty deep groove over here. So, but that still didn't explain why there would be metal shavings. Now, we did take the oil pump out. We haven't taken it completely apart just yet. However, we don't see any babbitt material anywhere, so we still don't know what happened there. Cylinder number 2, though, whenever it dropped the spark plug, it did detonate, and it did lift the head a little bit. And as you guys can see, that's number 2. And you see how wavy that gasket is. This is even with our O-ring. So we actually project the O-rings a little bit, quite a bit more than we used to. This was about 2 years ago, I think, that we put this engine together. We project them about 4,000 or 5,000 more now. So I think what we're gonna do, especially because it did have this head lift situation and this head's not gonna be completely flat, we're actually gonna spot weld these and pull the rings out, get it resurfaced, and then cut grooves if we need to. We might just be at the height that we need after we do that. So we want to project this about 7 to 8 thousandths, so it has a nice crush on the gasket. With that being said, we're gonna just get some new pistons. Ron wants this back so he can start filming his content again, so we're not gonna have too much downtime. In the meanwhile, we're just going to replace the pistons with some Wiseco 94mm spec pistons. They are going to be a little bit lower in compression, but that's fine because Ron pretty much lives at 9,000 RPM, so it's just going to help him. We'll just add a couple more pounds of boost to make the same power. He is actually going to downsize to G25 770, I believe, so it's going to be a very responsive setup, especially being that it's a 2.2. Got a GRC build over here. This is Steven's car. This one chucked a rod and took everything else out on its way. AC compressor, transfer case. I mean, damn near everything and anything it took out. We're doing a full engine build on this. Nitto pistons, Nitto rods. Shout out to Charles Lamb. So he's sending all the parts over. We've been doing a lot of GRC stuff lately. We actually have another one at the machine shop. Same color car for customer Connor. That's going to be a Cyvex car, and this one's probably going to be a Cyvex car too. They're just deciding on it for the time being. And over here we have Rod's car, which Anthony's currently working on. Our buddy Anthony, that 150 Racing, is here from Texas helping us out on these cars. This is a SPL 900 2-liter, so this has our custom pistons. It does have 22mm pins. Manly I-beam rods, CM builds. Actually did the full custom intercooler piping. We do have an ETS intercooler over here. Art Ganari 52 pound per minute turbocharger over here. Again, custom piping from the J pipe. This thing's gonna be pretty sweet. This is actually gonna be on a Haltech. Guys, you guys know I'm not a big 1G or a 2G guy. I'm not a big DSM guy. I've always been Evo, right? So this is a super nice, this is gonna be pretty neat. You know, this is gonna make a good amount of power. He's gonna be happy, still retains AC and all that good stuff. Thankfully I have Anthony here. Anthony's really good with the 1G stuff and the 2G stuff. Actually, we do have a 2G outside that he's gonna work on. So you know what they say, do what you do best, hire the rest. Anthony's, you know, awesome at this stuff, so I'm just having him tackle it. But I did build this engine, so you know, pistons, rods, crank, they all look very similar to an Evo. It just sits the other way, and it does not have a split thrust bearing. So yeah, this is gonna be pretty cool. 1990 Eagle Talon, or Talon, whatever, however you pronounce it. And yeah, so that's that. We have some Ignite fuel. We got 2 barrels. This is going to be for personal use. My GTR that just made 1600 horsepower, running on Ignite Red, solely on Ignite. We do have the 5-gallon pails for sale if anybody's interested. That's why I stock these. I don't use them myself unless I really need to. We got a B58 over there. We'll explain more about that whenever we get to that. We got an Evo 9 SPL 900. That's a 2.2. That's Ted's engine. You guys are gonna get to see more of that car. That's a red Evo 9, awesome car, mil spec wiring harness, Haltech, all the good stuff, of course, as always. It seems like we're not really taking in average builds anymore. They're all Haltech. They're all getting the best of the best. We appreciate our customers. Thank you guys for, you know, putting your trust in us. All right, see you. And yeah, so a lot of cool stuff coming up, guys. A lot of cool stuff. I know I always say it. God knows we always have a bunch of cool stuff happening here, and you guys are gonna get to see it. I promise I'm gonna keep making videos. It's very hard to do this when you have so much going on, but I'm really gonna try to make an effort and do it, because every single one of you guys that have been watching, or everybody that comes to the shop, they ask why I stopped making the videos. I simply don't have time. There's just so much going on. More hands on deck now. I'm just gonna make time, no excuses. We got again Steven's GRC over here. This is gonna get completely torn down before it goes to the machine shop. We'll show you guys the build procedure for one of these. It's actually pretty neat. We have a torque plate and everything for it, so we do hone it properly and, you know, get everything done the right way. We got 3 engines that got to go together. We have our client Robert's Evo 8. We have our client Edgar's Evo 9. That's going to be a 2.4. So that's a 6.4 block, 100 mil crank, 156 mil rods, and our custom pistons. And then this is our client Aiden's block. This is going to get turned into a long block. That's actually the cylinder head. That's going to be an aluminum rod 2.2. So these rods are for him. We just got to spec everything out, measure the bearing clearances, you know, get the rings and all that good stuff, and then get it ready. Aiden's actually out of state. I'm not sure what state he's in, but we are going to ship the engine to him. So we do still do a lot of engines that we ship out of state. So that's pretty awesome. We love doing it. So if you guys have an engine and you want to get built by us, you know, let us know, send us a message. We actually just sold another one to another out-of-state client yesterday. It was a 2.2 short block with us providing a core. It's actually another shop. So we do offer shop discounts, and obviously if you have a tax ID, you know, you don't get charged tax. So with that being said, this is Anthony's trailer, just, you know, sitting in the way right now because we have nowhere else to park it. That's Anthony. Say hi, Anthony.
Censor that.
That's Anthony. I'm not gonna censor anything actually. So that's 150. What's your shop address so I can put you on blast?
Address?
I'm just joking. So yeah, Anthony's just here helping, like I said. Yeah, we're pretty much all done. Everything's all moved over. We still have a couple things at the old shop. Not much left, but you know, just some office stuff that I gotta go get. We do have, you know, our inventory, of course, radium stuff. We have a Cybex over there. We got a bunch of Haltech units, Magnus stuff that we keep on the shelf. We have a spare GRC transmission for some reason. I can't remember why. We have the VHT machines that we still have to hook up to the air and connect it to power so we can have a blaster and a washer. 2 restrooms over here. This is the front part of the building. This is where you come in. This is our quote-unquote inventory room. I just put 2 shelves here. There's room to do other stuff, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. And of course we have the front office, which is extremely unorganized right now because again, we just moved in. So that being said, I think that's pretty much it as far as an update goes, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're gonna do weekly videos. That's always been the plan. This time I'm gonna try very hard to stick to it. Super excited to show you guys what's going on. So this is just us barely getting moved in, and there's so many projects that I'm excited to share with you guys, with the team. So we'll see you in the next one. That being said,
See you guys.
It's a rude person, bro.
Can't even keep a straight face.
You guys have a good one.